Hello everybody and welcome back to another exciting Guam on Tony B1 PA International Airport update. Today we have maybe a shorter Guam update, but still plenty of action to get into today. And we'll begin right here where we have this United EcoSky 737-900. This is filling in for 737-800 as they only fly the 737-800s in the Pacific, so the 737-900s do not fly here. But I don't have more than two 737-800s, so we do have to use this one here. So it is just getting the job done until I can get another 800, and we'll see when that is, because there aren't too many available. It's not like a super easy to get plane, so maybe I'll get another one at some point in the future, but for now we have two. So we're using this United EcoSky 737-900 here. This one arrived in from Nagoya, and then it will be heading out to Osaka, both in Japan. So nice Japan city pair right there for this United 737-900. And yeah, so that's a good way to start the airport update. And now we'll get into the rest of our lineup here. And here we have our next two 737-800s. We have the old livery, Honolulu right here. This one arrived in from Tokyo Narita, and it will be heading out to Saipan. And then behind that one we have the Starlines 737-800. And this one also arrived in from Tokyo Narita, so back-to-back Tokyo flights. Then this one will be heading back out there on the turnaround for this 737-800. So very fun to see a double Tokyo right there. Well, triple, actually, if you consider that the Starlines is going to be heading back out there. So that's a nice trio of Tokyo. It's a great city. I would love to visit sometime, and I am making plans to visit Japan. So someday I'm going to go out to Japan, and that'll be very fun. But that is where these aircraft are going, and I am kind of jealous of the people who are going to Japan. And here we have our special aircraft for the day, because unlike in the last update when we had this Korean Air 777-300 filling in for either a A330 or a 737, I can't remember. This time, the actual flight was on the 777-300ER for Korean Air, so that is perfect right there. So we can use this aircraft in a realistic connotation this time. I'm not sure why this came in here, but it did come in as flight 9421 from Seoul, Incheon, and it will be heading back out there 2922. So those aren't the usual flight numbers here. So I'm not sure why this flight came in here, especially because there was another flight from Seoul on the 737-800 that was just like less than 2 hours later, so or around 2 hours later. So that is a bit curious, but I assume it came down for some sort of charter. Parked here at gate number 10. So just very interesting flight right here. I'm not sure why this is in, but we can use this beautiful aircraft here in a realistic connotation, and it looks fantastic. Love the Korean Air livery. They did a fantastic job on it. And so yeah, glad to represent that one here, and hopefully in some future, well, of course we'll include it in some future Guam updates as we get plenty of Korean Air in here. Maybe not, maybe in, like I said in the last debate, it will probably be represented more, or it'll be representing the A330 and the 737. But sometimes it is nice in this case that we had the 777 in here, so you know what is realistic, and this is what actually took place at Guam at this time. So that is very cool right there. And then here we have the United version of the 777-300. This one is in from Honolulu, and it will be doing the classic Honolulu turn. This is what this aircraft does pretty much every time we go. We have an airport update here. So, yep, this one is doing the turn, Honolulu turn. And so, yeah, pretty simple for this aircraft right here, but it looks great. Love this Aviation 400, 777-300 for United. It is a fantastic model and a great mold, so glad to have this one. Glad to have the ANA one as well, and they continue looking fantastic here in the Guam updates. And now we'll move on to our cargo section, where we do have a cargo aircraft to conclude this update. And of course, our one aircraft here in the cargo section is the Asia Pacific Airlines 787-200 right here, and the actual registered aircraft was the same as this model right here, number 757. Quebec Mike, and it was not in the same livery though. The model was representing the old livery, and of course it has since been repainted into the new livery, but it is the exact same aircraft, so that's pretty cool. This one is in from Chuuk, and it will be heading out to Honolulu. And that will conclude this airport update. So thank you all for checking this one out. It was, short but sweet, as most of these Guam updates are. They don't get very long, but it was nice to get the Korean 777 in here, and of course our classic United action that we always see in these updates. But it's always good to see whenever we come back here to the beautiful island of Guam. So that'll do it for this update. Thank you all for checking it out. I will see you tomorrow, and as always, good night. Auf Wiedersehen.